Too smooth, that mud talking to have your ass in a wreck. Who's signing your check? Pussy better do what he says. We shutting down shows. Ain't gotta put no price in your head. Man, I'm coming for your tongue for all that shit that you said.
Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What it is, I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then I'm gonna definitely tell you what it ain't. And what it is today is we're profiling one legendary rapper from the Bay Area, from Califas, from Northern California. Man, stand up. I don't give a fuck how you feel about this individual in a menudo style and direct fashion, what he's doing right now, but what he did in the intricate part that he played into Northern California gangster rap, man, into Bay Area rap, Sasuke, the wind was blowing. Yes, we're talking about Messy Marv, indubitably, man, and the lifestyle that this man lived and the impact and the culture, you know, the cultural ways that he changed the game for a lot of people, myself included, Sasuke. Respects and shout out to one, Messy Marv. And in that fashion, I've also used to slap. I'm too throw for these bitches, homie. I'm a gangster. Orale. I'm still too throw. Anyways, we're talking about Messy Marv, aka Mescaline, that boy, young mess, cash lord mess, whatever he wants to call himself. He calls himself something different every week. But at the same time, does he have that coming? Yes, he's a legendary rap figure in the game in the Bay Area. Okay, now Marvin Watson Jr. was born in 1976 in Oakland, California, town business, the O. Of course, at a young age and as a young kid, he moved from the gritty, grimy, vicious, violent streets of Oakland to Pittsburgh, California. So, yes, indeedy. I wrote graffiti on the bus. So a lot of people would like to say, no, Charlie, homie, Messy Marv's from Eddy Street, from the Fillmoe district in Frisco. And yes, that's where he came up out of. But as a young child, like I said, he was born in the city, in the motherfucking town business of Oakland, Warrior stand up, and then gravitated towards the city of Pittsburgh, Pitas, out there in the Bay Area. And that's where he grew up as a young child. Now, of course, when he hit his teen years, he did in fact move to the Fillmoe, a well-known Africano-populated area in the city of San Francisco. Rice, Roni, the San Francisco treat. Orale, and he proceeded to handle his business in the projects right there in Frisco. So yes, he is a product of the Fillmoe environment of the city of Frisco, and that's what he claims. Now, of course, Messy Marv has always been different, and he stood out amongst a lot of people as a different type of character, because whereas in the Bay Area, there's always been a lot of fight over turfs. There's always been turf wars. There's always been people that fight over their blocks. The traditional and gang member, the Kumis, the 415ers up out of Oakland, and I'm talking about the Africano people, have always stood for their city, their town, and rep their block. Okay, not necessarily in a Crip or blood fashion like the streets of LA, but always just for their turf and their area, man. They're with that gay area, and that's just how it's always been. The wiggle is different in the Bay. But of course, coming from Pittsburgh and having those roots and those people and those family allegiances back in Pitas, he actually is from a blood gang, a sangre gang, right? Which is different in the Bay Area. Now, I know being incarcerated and doing time in prison, I know a lot of the sangres, the bloods, actually rocked with the Kumis. There was some type of lightweight alliance there in some places, not all places. But I will say this, him being a blood was just a little bit different in the Bay Area because you didn't have much. So a lot of people looked at Messy Marv and continue to look at him as a fake, as a product of a fake environment, as not really repping the Bay like he should rep the Bay, because they don't do it in a blood and Crip fashion. But that's neither here nor there. That's that man's life. That's how he wants to rock. That's the gang he chooses to proceed to hang with. And in a super fashion, 50-50, he's going to do what he does. Now, this man has 100 albums on his list. This man has been doing this. His wiggle has been real in the Bay Area as far as the rap game, the hip hop game, since 1995, man, when he came out in a local group with some other authors from Frisco, one notably a well-known rapper out of the Frisco area, San Quinn. I remember when they dropped that album, Explosive Mode, so I was getting the block was hot, boy, you know what I mean? And he was doing his thing. Messy Marv was the next one to grab that torch in the Bay and run with it. Now, I also remember Messy Marvin the first time that I really became, so okay, who's that vato right there? You know what I mean? What do they call him? Fucking grimy Marv? No, Charlie home, that's shitty Marv. No. Oh, orale, that's Messy Marv. And in that fashion, a menudo style, was on 17 Reasons, the compilation done by Julio Gotos, you know, this Latin president and all of that, the homeboy. Now, when I seen Messy Marv on the cover and I heard a lot of his songs on that compilation, I became a fan. If not for the reasoning behind his raps and his style, his delivery, and his get down, but more so because of the black and brown unity that he was displaying. He was down with that black and brown entertainment. He was repping for the Bay, for the Norteños, the Chicanos, as well as the Africanos, man. He was really getting it. Now, of course, I'll be remiss if I sit here and say, hey, Charlie, man, I don't fuck with Messy Marv to this day. Can you see the background? I stay bumping mess every day. Mescaline is, I'm wet. Homie, I move around with the Mac and a tat. Orale, right? Tattoos, tongue rings, and bandanas and shit. I fuck with Messy Marv because he's always been a staple in my music, playlist. Okay, that's just the way it is. Anyone from Northern California that's into Bay Area hip hop will tell you that Messy Marv is right there amongst the top. Now, of course, he's more notably known nowadays, not for his music. Like I said, he has 100 albums in his catalog. He's been on so many compilations. It's more so for his beefs. You know, quite recently, man, he's beefed with everyone from Filthy Rich, Too Short, to Jay Diggs. And of course, these are well notable figures that are, you know, Sasuke, people look at him as fucking the bosses of the Bay. You know, Sasuke, you don't beef with Too Short. Too Short's a legend. You know, I'm Too Short and I'm from Oakland. Motherfucker, that's Too Short. You know, that's Shorty the Pimp. That's the Short Dog. You really don't want that smoke. You really don't want to go against Short Dog in the Bay Area because he's a legend. He put the Bay on the map, and Sasuke people respect him as such. But at the same time, okay, Messy Marv believed that he was the future at that point in time and challenged Too Short, and they had a falling out for whatever reason they did, and they both made diss songs pointed towards one another. Now, you would think you would try to help out the younger guys in the Bay, but of course, Too Short wasn't fucking with him because he felt, for no other reason, man, this vato was on scante or some type of narcotic, and he wasn't up to the level with Too Short. Whatever the case may be, this vato Messy Marv is notably known for a lot of beefs in the rap industry, especially throughout the Bay Area. What does that do when you beef with a lot of people from your area? That alienates you from making that bolsita. That alienates you from really being able to perform in certain cities. So, okay, Filthy Rich said, your Oakland card is snatched, puto, and in that fashion. And everybody knows, man, that Filthy Rich in the town business in Oakland, man, he rocks. His name is out there. So, okay, don't fuck with Filthy, right? Period. So that boy Mescaline, you know, being a product of the Fillmoe environment, always had that thuggish, ruggish in him. Always had that mentality, man. Check this out, man. This is Bay Area business. I'm going to wiggle how I want to. I'm going to do what I does. And recently I was watching a YouTube video, man, and I seen that this Baboso, yes, I called Messi a Babo. I like his music, but he's still Baboso. Actually decided that if for no other reason, he would pull up to the Crest side, a very notorious area of the city of Vallejo, and he would pull up and he would be looking for one Jay Diggs, right? He would challenge the boss of the Bay, Jay Diggs. Now, let me tell you something about Jay Diggs, right? Because he plays an intricate part into the story. He's different. Okay, he's not a studio gangster. He ain't new to this. He's true to this in that man fucking noodle style in a direct fashion. Jay Diggs has been wiggling out there in the Bay Area for a long time. We're talking about someone who's incarcerated on 4 yards, done fed time. We're talking about someone who's went in and out of prison, you know, for several crimes and did his time like a straight G, muzzle on lock, homie, teeth on grind, never once spoke on his people's name, just went and did it, man. He's considered one of the most gangster of gangster musics in the industry, right? Ain't telling on no one, ain't doing none of that shit, man. He's going in there doing his time, getting the fuck back on out and dropping a #1 album. This is how the soul of a gangster is when it comes to that 80s baby Jay Diggs. He's in that motherfucker wiggling, right? So I don't know what type of drug or narcotic that Messi was on that day, but he decided that for no other reason, he should grab a camera, #1 mistake, and film him going to the block, man, Crest side. You know, like I said, I've been wiggled through the Crest side in Vallejo. Respects to the Crest. I went there, I was like, where Jay Diggs at? The little kids was like, who? I said, I got the fuck up out of there. I was playing. I was only capping, right? But he definitely went in there and said, where's Jay Diggs at? To which Jay Diggs responded with the diss record that ended Messy Marv's whole get-backs, right? It was a dumb move. It was a move that was fueled by narcotics, most definitely. And that's just the way it is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and downplay the man's career. I'm not going to say that Messy Marv ain't one of the tightest rappers the Bay has ever produced, because I'd be a liar and a damn fat mouth. I will say that Messy in the 90s and 2000 had the Bay on locked down. The motherfucking water of the state being locked down. He had that shit on lock. Okay, you couldn't cruise through the Bay Area, Oakland, Richmond, San Jose, San Fran, you know what I mean? San Mateo, stand up, EPA, all these different cities without hearing some mescaline pumping out the speakers. Everybody had their 12s, boom, Bangladeshi, and Messy Marv, his ice cream cake shit was going, right? Everybody was off the Messy Marv because he was putting the Bay not only on the map, but representing the new style, the new style of what these youngsters had infused out there. You know what I mean? He was different from what you would say the hyphy era. Now, when the hyphy era was going on at that time, Sasuke, hey, Mac Dre was doing his thing, and everybody was doing their thing. They were getting hyphy. They were all fizzed out. And that era was taking over. Messy Marv always kept it true to the streets. He kept it a little bit more gritty. He kept it a little bit more gangster. Now, of course, he got involved, and he was always involved with a lot of the rappers. You know, a lot of these rappers come together in the Bay, and they show a lot of love, and they're on everybody's compilation, everybody's album, and that's reach one, teach one, man. They're just teaching one. Real gangster shit is to reach back, man, and pull your homeboy forward. That's what Messy Marv was not on. What Messy Marv was doing his own thing, right? Whereas everyone else was, compiling these tracks together and doing that movement for the Bay, that Thiz movement. He was like, fuck all that, bro. I'm just going to keep it true to the gangster on some whoop shit. This is what I'm doing. And a lot of people identified with that. I myself liked it because he was just a little bit more gritty. Kind of like what J Diggs does now, man. Just a little bit more hood. Just a little bit more gangster. I like the Bay Area gangster rap. It's different from just your traditional Bay Area Mac rap, player rap, pimp rap. You know, it's just different. Anyways, so he stays on the playlist. But what happened was somewhere along the lines of, I don't know what year it was. It could have been the whole time. Messy started to indulge in narcotics, okay? When you're out there in the city of Oakland, when you're out there in the city of Frisco, when you're out there in the Bay period, man, the drugs are out there, okay? People are wiggling. People are getting high on their own supply. People are becoming susceptible to what's going on around them. When you're having money, you're a rapper, you're well known, you're out there doing it, you're partying, man. You're getting any chick you want. You're kicking it in the Bay, man. You're going to Vegas, you're hitting Reno, you're hitting Tahoe. You're really having it your way. You're hitting every casino in between Sacramento to fucking Tula County. You're having it, you're just having fun, right? You're having money, you're young. Why not? Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? I do, right? Get your issue on. But at the same time, with women, with power, with fun comes drugs, right? And everybody is susceptible to it if you allow that to come into your life, if you break weak, man, and you get down like that. Now, everybody smokes a little leño from time to time. Everyone would throw a little steezy up there and handle their business. But when you start to tend to or get involved in narcotics such as crack cocaine and things of that nature, your career, your lifestyle, everything that you've worked hard for shall crumble, right? And this is what has happened to Messy Marv. Now, he could deny it. He could say, Charlie, man, this is just me. So I was scared. I know a dope fiend when I see one, right? That's just period. Am I going to shit on the man's rap career? Am I going to say, Charlie, he can't rap? Nah, I ain't going to say that. Can he rap now? And to what degree of rapalization does he got going on now? I don't know, right? Like Bobby Brown, that's his prerogative. But at the same time, I will say, I think a lot of these beefs, I think a lot of this turmoil, I think a lot of how the fuck he looks nowadays has stemmed from the abuse of narcotics that he felt susceptible to. Now it happens. Are we supposed to shit on this man? I hear a lot of people say, fuck Mess, man. He ain't nothing but a dope, man. He's on that Scante. He's on that Bolsita, man. I ain't fucking with Mess. I don't bump his music no more because he got turned out as far as in the dope game. It happens, bro. Hey, you'd be surprised to know that a lot of your favorites are on dope, right? It's just part of the game. It's a dope game, homie. You know, Vato goes in the bathroom one day, you think, hey, Dad, that Vato's in there taking a mouth. This stinks. Nah, homie, he's in there 10 to 2 like a motherfucker. He's going to come out like on a great one, okay? 4 days later, you're going to be in there with them. So I don't know what you're so mad for, but trip out. He found himself doing drugs, okay? That's a fact. That's a fact, and he got out of his mentality. He got out of his macarism, his playerism, his rhymerism, whatever he had going on, whatever was the makeup and the chemistry and the basic get down of Messy Marv that everyone loved so much changed. It drastically changed. You say to yourself, man, what a cold game that someone that I looked up to, somebody that I pumped every day out of my speakers, man, I blew motherfucking 12s up off this bottle, right? Is now sitting under a bridge in Richmond, you know what I mean, like this, oompa, loompa, doopity doo, right? Getting his issue on. Well, let me tell you something. It's very common, it happens. And it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing, you know, because I've noticed in social media and with everything going on, you know, pictures of him get put out there, and people are feeling some type of way. You know, everywhere you go, if you bring up the name Messy Marv, there's always going to be 10 people that have something negative to say, and one that say, man, I'll still fuck with the legend Messy Mess, right? That boy. And I myself am one of them. I'm still going to bump his music. I still think that although he's a challenged individual and a challenged man, that he still has the get backs to becoming a real one once again. He's always going to be a real one. He's just he's in real trouble right now. So it's up to us as gente, as people, to pick up a legendary figure like that when we see a man, throw a shirt on his back, man, give him a little fetty and tell him, man, don't buy no yay with it, right? Go out there and eat, homie, and come back. We need Messy. Yes, the motherfucking California streets need one Messy Marv, because Messy Marv, man, was rocking that good rhyme, and he motivated me in more ways than one to really go out there and get it. Yes, at one point in time, I was getting it. Oh, yes, I was. Right? Bang, bang. But that's neither here nor there, allegedly. Now, what I'm saying is this. You know, all these beefs, and I think everything that was put on his plate caused and stemmed from him using narcotics, has tore this man down. You know, it's probably messed up his mind. You know, whereas a lot of these people, you're making raps against them, you know, Jay Diggs, Too Short, Filthy Rich, constantly. Why would you do that to your own gente, your own people? If you know the Vato was down on his luck, you know, pick him up, brother. Pick that brother up, man. Help that brother out, man. It makes no sense to keep using bully tactics or to keep shitting on a man when he's down on his luck. See, I don't get down like that. That's never been me, man. If you're down, you're down. It is what it is, man. But if I can help you in any form or fashion, I'm going to do that. So I thought that if for no other reason, I should talk about Messy Marv, because not a lot of people bring his name to the light. He's a forgotten about Vato because he's off the good one and on that good one, right? Sitting under a bridge in Richmond like this, right? At the end of the day, none of that matters. Remember them times, homie, when you were cruising down the street like, I'm wet. I push around with the Mac and a tech, right? When Mitchie Slick was getting his motherfucking issue on. When everybody was out there doing their thing, man. And you remembered all them good rappers all looked up to the legend, which is known as Messy Marv, right? In the Bay Area. Don't just shit on him now all of a sudden because it's the thing to do and it makes you look cool around your friends, man. If you pump mess, man. Give that man his just due, because like I said, he impacted a lot of lives and he is a legend from the Bay first and foremost. And a Northern California legend. And so I like the sound of that. Anyways, Messy Marv, a real one. Like I said, Marvin Watson Jr. Has always had a place in my heart as far as the rap game goes. What he's doing now, if I'm cruising in the Bay Area and I see Messy Marv on a good one, Sasuke, I'm going to pick him up, dust him off, and tell him to try again. That's just me. That's how I feel. I look out for my black brothers, my brown brothers, man. I'm going to continue to struggle for the people, by the people. That's what the gun is about. And in that fashion. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this profile of one Mescaline, that boy Messy Marv. Like I said, man, drugs can play a horrible role in the lifestyle you live and tear a great man down. It's all about the way you bounce back in the buildup. You know, are you going to stay there under that bridge in Richmond smoking the pizzite? Or are you going to jump the fuck up and say, Sasuke, watcha? I'm Mescaline, homie. You better recognize, right? And come on back. You know what I mean? Catch that fade with whoever you need to catch it with, man. Like I said, wipe the motherfucking sangre from your eyes and so back into the rap game, homie. So I can fucking bump your CD because that's I'm going to buy it the first day it comes out. That's just to get down. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about you, me, and everyone providing from our families. And like I said, giving these legends in the rap game, giving these legends in life, these gang members, whatever the fucking case they may be, even the people that are going out there doing child reform, you know, respects to the people, anyone that's out there doing something for the gente, give them their just due and their respects because they deserve it, man. They're not to be shitted on, forgot about, and fucking thrown under a bridge, you know? So if they want to be there and smoke for a little while, well, that's up to them, you know what I mean? But go snatch them if you see them. Anyways, Hit that like button if you like this. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to do this anyways. The profiling game is real. If you haven't tapped into Gunners Collective, please go over there to Gunners Collective. I'm dropping bangers every single day. And right here, the shit don't stop. You know what I mean? We keep it rolling. They hating, patrolling. They trying to catch gun riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Whole different genre, whole different rapper. But at the same time, I fuck with him too. Bang, bang. The gun. You know what it is. Messy Marv, stand up. We need you back, bro.